Okay, so this video is a time capsule. This is so crazy. So now the year is 2025. As whoever's watching this is watching this, as well as myself, I'm now 25 years old. My birthday is probably in 5 days. Again, mine's in 5 days right now. I'm about to be 25, and you're about to be 26. Pretty cool. So we got the Marine Corps. Nice. Finally, it took a fucking long time. And here, I want you to know where I am right now, future me. It has now been a shoulder surgery because I dislocated it. It's been an eye surgery and a lot of like self-doubt between the failed PFTs we ran. But we're in now, and I'm fucking proud of myself. I'm proud of you for doing that. Man, well, look at my body now. Look at our body now. This is what I got to work with. I got to fix this. We have to be able to run a very fast 3 mile soon. Tomorrow, I will go talk to the recruiter again. And, well, I guess I did that a year ago. I wonder where I am right now. Hopefully not in where I was. Or, even better, if I'm dead and this video comes out anyways. I thought about that as well. I was like, okay, what if I die within the year between 10/15/2024 and 10/15/2025? What if, I'm not around? First of all, to all of my friends who used to watch this channel, can you say in the comments if I'm actually dead, or if like I just stopped posting? Then I guess that's that. But if I'm actually not around anymore, there's probably people wondering. At least, I don't know, maybe one or two. So you can let those people know. So, also right now, how many subscribers do I have? Let's see. Let's actually check that. And then we could see what it's like in a year. That'll be pretty cool. Go to YouTube Studio. If that'll open. Okay, so right now we have 555 subscribers. Cool. I just lost one. And the most recent video is talent. Huge spiritual update. I had that stomach pain a little bit ago. I went to the hospital the second time. But yeah, that's that. Hopefully I'm not dead, and I get to watch this and react to it. If I'm not, if I am, thanks for watching the channel. This will be the last video ever uploaded. So there's nothing else to watch. Don't play this at my funeral. Anyways, happier note. Finally got in. We're going to see what's going on. See what the Marine Corps is like. So, nice. Yeah, right, dickhead. No Marines for you. Chose a different path anyways. I guess chose. Well, I have 1,018 subscribers now, so it's essentially doubled. Pretty sick. This is great. Shout out to all of you guys, by the way. I guess this is also 1,000 subscriber video type deal. So, blast of the past. I fucking recorded this video on this day 1 year ago, completely expecting to get into the Marines. And the truth was, I put a lot of time into it, and I was proud of my effort. So it's interesting. I'll talk about this. So I was like proud of the effort I put into the Marines, because I worked harder than I've ever worked for that, and I still failed. And so one of the things it taught me was to kind of show up anyway. Like when for these, I had to actually improve in my fitness, so I had to show up, give extra effort, get better. And the discipline I learned during that time period, I definitely appreciate, even though I didn't get in. I don't have the uniform, right? But now it is my opinion, given the research I've done and given what seems to be accurate, that the military is not in control completely and utterly by the United States of America. I don't think they're in control of their own military, personally. And I do think it's very easy to find out the answer to that or not by doing your own research. And so I do often think, am I
holding confirmation bias towards that, where I'm like, although it does look true, how much of that truth that I see is kind of my resentment towards the entity that failed me, or that I failed to join, basically. I mean, overall, it was a medical thing, but either way, like, it was a lot of effort, and it was just like, and when it was over, I mean, like 3 years, like what I wanted, but I wanted it for the wrong reasons, and so I think I was being self-destructive. I definitely was. You're about to be self-destructive. Well, it's the 20th October, right? We needed that. So this is what basically happened. In case I forget this in the future, I succeeded. I finally got a good run. It took me a lot of times and a while. I found out in October I was going to the January class, like the OCS class. And then in December, I got a notification where it's like, hey, we don't know. And then it just ended up being too late to get the paperwork back from the Bureau of Medicine. Didn't get in. And fucking... and then I picked up another opportunity that I think is a better fit. And so I do often wrestle with, like, what if I just kept trying? Fuck, sorry. I do always wrestle with, like, what if I just kept trying? But at a certain point, it's futile, man. I mean, it was a medical thing, even if... I don't know. But it didn't end up working out. And I haven't really talked through that on camera before. It'll be interesting to watch this back. Great night of salsa tonight. I love dancing with Susan. She's a killer dancer. I have a great connection. I'm in the fucking snack room. I'm in the snack room. I'm in the fucking snack room. In the snack room. I set up a fucking tripod in the snack room, stoned, in my parents' house. Because the business I tried to start, I didn't make money in yet. And so I had to move home. And it was just at the right time where I got sick enough where I had to go to the hospital. And so it just looked great. I thought I was going to renew the lease. I wasn't, because my apartment was getting me sick. I might as well move back home for a bit. Now, I also am broke. So why do I keep smoking? It is self-destructive behavior, I think. And one of the things I've been wrestling with is why the fuck I do it. This is my theory. This is what I've kind of come up with. And I think it's decently accurate. I think the stress of the loans and having to succeed, like, immediately, and having there be no room for error because, like, they're due. And I just don't have the money to pay them. But my uncle's attached to them. I think the stress of, like, having everything need to be done, like, very quickly causes me to seek a vice. Was porn. If it's not porn, it's fucking the weed, right? And so I fucking hope my parents are not outside. But it's like, could I just pick another vice? Or are you not allowed to have vices? That's the ultimate question. That's something I want to ask my granddad. I need to do that because I don't ask him anything, and he's a pastor. He's very wise. Am I just supposed to not have vices? Is that it? How the fuck are you supposed to do that? There's no way. Everybody has, like, a thing. I just think my thing is weed. But I do understand the dangers of smoking. I understand the risk of lung cancer. I get it. And I do think if I burn in hell for that, that's fine. Now, is that a self-destructive, irrational line of thinking? I have no idea. Maybe this is what I'll do every time I have a birthday coming up. I'll fucking introspect on the year. Like, I haven't dreamed in a couple months, I'd say. It's been a couple months since I've like dreamed. I did the 40-day sober stint. And so I'm thinking, well, if I could do the 40 days, or 44, if I could do the 44 days, then I have control of it. Did the 44 days, I think I have control of it, but I'm not sure. Because it just always comes back up. I just always end up smoking. So it's like, what do I need to do? It's like, what am I actually missing by smoking? I was under the impression that I had to wait for a response from the lead vendor that I'm using. I didn't, okay? I was proactive. I reached out. I think I did good. Got the answer. I'm buying them tomorrow. I need to sleep. But I mean, I'm never high like in front of my family. I might be coming down, but I'm never like high in front of my family. I'm never high at work. I'm never high at work. Never high at my job, ever. It's one of my rules. Never high at my job and never high in front of my family. But like, otherwise, if I'm not running in the morning, I'm probably stoned, dude. Like, I'm high all the fucking time. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. And so I'm thinking, okay, what makes it a good or bad thing? It's definitely not great, right? It makes me ineffective sometimes. It makes the things you're doing seem more productive than they are. And it does raise your anxiety in general. So then you have to take like some kind of anxiety medication. I take L-theanine. It's not really a medication, it's a supplement, but it lowers anxiety. And so I take that and I have to like supplement for the anxiety that I'm self-inducing. Is that irrational? I'm not sure. The next thing is just the smoke inhalation. It's like I'm fucking breathing smoke in fucking 2-3 times a day. A lot. That's a lot of times. It's definitely not good for my lungs. It's certainly bad for my lungs. It's gotten me respiratory infections. A handful. I'm having a nice time thinking in this room. I can't lie. I didn't think I'd be able to do this, but I think the vibe of everything being closed off is allowing me to be very vulnerable. I'm enjoying this. So, what else? It fucks with your blood pressure. And so, like, you don't know if, especially if you have arrhythmia in your heart or something like that, cardiac arrest. Maybe, a big maybe. I had a heart murmur when I was a kid. They fucking held me back. I played D1 soccer in college. Dude, I went to the fucking doctor. He examines my heart, doesn't let me... Yeah, okay, fuck this fucking stand. Video cut out, I think it was the maximum length for the video editor I'm using. But, yeah, I think I'm just engaging in irrational behavior, basically. And I think it's because of the stress, and I'm trying to figure out if I can live with a vice or not. I'm trying to figure out if it's possible to live without one, or if I could transfer my vice to another thing. Other things that are weird, I've noticed, like my dancing is different. So, like, I salsa dance. So, I know it's a very, like, free expressive dance. Basically, you learn, in every dance, you learn the moves, and then when you know the moves, you add your own flavor. And so, I've noticed my flavor changes when I'm high, dude. Like, if I'm sober for a few weeks, and I'm high for a few weeks, I can compare my flavor, and dude, it's fucking different. It's the craziest thing. It's the craziest thing. And that's why I like the salsa dance too, partly, honestly, is because it's an evaluation of my mental. I swear this to everything on the cross, dude, like, literally. And so, dude, so my flavor will be like, I'll describe it to you, I'll try my best. My flavor will be drier if I'm smoking. I'll have less free thought available on the dance floor, I think. Like, I mean, I'm making shit up, I'm doing shit, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like I'm as present with the girl that I'm dancing with, like, our souls aren't tied. Not when I'm smoking. So that's one thing. And I'm curious if that energy has to do with uh like a detrimental effect on my ability to connect in general. I don't know. What else? No, I do enjoy it. It's some nice alone time, and I think me and my friend were talking about this. These are some pros. I think it slows my thinking down, cause the truth is, dude, like making these videos and things like this is actually the way my brain works. Um, I have to talk. It's sometimes I feel like I have to talk to a camera because I can't communicate with certain people. I just can't communicate with everybody. Um, and I don't know. I don't know if the weed has a play in that or something. I don't know. I do know that if I get too high, it fucks with my memory, my short-term memory. I'll like forget shit. That's spooky. I don't like that one bit. That's really spooky. So why do I do it? Because like I can. The thing is too, I can be high and still work. Like I'm not one of these people. I think a lot of people like get high and do nothing. But I can't just smoke and then watch TV. I fucking can't. I'd rather watch TV sober, or like if maybe my day's done, then I'll smoke and then watch TV. But like I'm not like smoking in the morning and watching TV all day. I'd kill myself. I just couldn't do that. I'll smoke and do the things I need to do anyways. So I do feel like because I do that, I am productive, even though I smoke. But then it's like, well, are you productive or do you think you're being productive? Because the weed gives you that false perception of reality. And these are things I felt, you know? And I've noticed when I do smoke, I'm more impulsive and compulsive in general as well. Like in general. I've noticed I have a bit less self-control, which is also spooky. I think that's about it. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I guess that's the whole pros and cons. Like, because if I were to be doing something as my relaxation time, I can't be doing other shit. But if I'm high, I can still do the things I need to get done. Now, maybe it could be the case where I'm putting things that don't even need to get done on a plate because I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe like let me say that a different way. Like I'm prioritizing things that don't need to get prioritized. Maybe I have some type of busy itch. I've thought about that as well, and I've thought that could, this is a really good therapy session. I thought that could be related to my time in military school, where it's like you have a every minute is cut up, you know. And although very effective for time management, it does, like when you leave and you have not much to do because just life. Like when you get out of college, it's like unless you have something set up day one, you're chilling for a bit. It's weird. It's very strange. And it was almost unhealthy because then I found myself doing shit that I just was wasting my fucking time just to be busy. Now, is that effective? Sure. That's good for certain things, but it's like it can be very stressful. So I think that's why I smoke too. Sometimes is to just smooth that out, slow myself down, and just tell my brain to shut the fuck up for a bit. Elon Musk does ketamine, does like horse tranquilizer to relax. I mean, I'm not saying I'm him, but I am saying like there's a lot going on. And so sometimes it's nice. Now, have I convinced myself of that? Then I'm fighting with my subconscious. There's no chance I'm winning because I haven't been able to dream for a few months because I've been high, you know. But yeah, I think that's basically my thought process on the whole thing. It's a very difficult decision to make. And then I could say, well, I could regulate it, but it's like, do I just stop forever? And because you do lose time, which is very valuable. Thought about that as well. It's like weed. I watched a video by Ryan Terabin, and he was saying like weed makes you lose your time, it fucks your time up, and he's right. Like, definitely does sometimes. But I mean, I don't know, because I get high and I'm posting something, I'm doing something active. Like this is going on YouTube. Like, I don't know. This is something I think about often. The thing I think about the most, and the thing I just can't solve. I've meditated on it. I just can't fucking solve it. Now, like I can't solve the equation of like what I should do with it. To what degree should I limit it? That's the thing that's very difficult for me to figure out. Completely, halfway, quarter. Do I smoke once a week, 3 times a week, special occasions? I have no idea. I do know I'm smoking more than I ever have recently. I know that. I could say something like, "Oh, I smoke to relieve stress," but it's like that's not real, because your anxiety goes up when you're not smoking, and so it's a loop, right? I know that. I know that's not real. I'll never say I smoke because I'm anxious, because it'll make you anxious. But Orion said this in the video as well. He was like, it makes a shitty situation less shitty. So maybe since I'm stuck, I'm not stuck, but it's like I'm blessed to be here. But it's like I'm in my parents' house. It feels like a step back, is what it fucking feels like. To be honest, it feels like a step back. That's what it feels like. By the way, it feels like a step backwards. And so for that reason, I don't love being here. I love my parents, but I don't love being here. Man, this is nice. This is good. This is good free thought. I just don't. It's strange because I've lived by myself for like 2 years now, and so I have to get used to other people's energy all the time. When I was just used to mine, it's not a huge deal. Life could be worse. I understand that. I'm just speaking out loud. Um, Fucking salsa bracelet. But yeah, me from a year ago. That's what's plaguing me right now. Is the weed. I don't know.